talking about, like what you're seeing in DJing, and I've got some issues with everything that I'm seeing with the sync button, and like it's almost like DJing now is like where I'm from, we got this thing called Upward Bound. And Upward Bound was like sports, and like everybody gets a trophy. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Like DJing is, it's not. I get that you might want to do this thing, but if you're not putting in the time behind the scenes to honor the craft, like, it's just, I don't care if you're not. If I'm watching we're watching blend battles, and I'm like, yo, you're not touching the crossfader. I'm watching your set, and you're not touching the crossfader. That's a problem for me, man.
When technology started to really get a stranglehold on DJ culture, I was approached by a company, I'm not going to say their name, and they offered to pay me a lot of money to be the spokesperson of an app that would basically DJ a party without a human.
Oh, wow.
And I remember telling them, you want me to sponsor or be the spokesperson, I should say, of a gadget that neutralizes me
right
from a party. Like, I was like, nah, no, thank you. The money, the money is great, and I appreciate you guys coming to me, but this goes against everything that DJing is about.
Right.
And I remember telling them, like, aren't you guys aware of what this means for the future if you push this product?
Right.
I say that to say, I don't know how many DJs would have turned down that money. And this isn't me trying to fall on the sword or anything like that, bro. I'm not asking for a pat on the back or anything. But what I am saying is that with regards to me and how I conduct myself in this culture, it's always the art first. Everything comes after. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now we live in this world that has sacrificed loyalty to the craft for likes and views and going viral. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I just can't get down with that, bro. I just love this too much. And this art, turntables, vinyl records, I wouldn't be here talking to you if it wasn't for the authentic art of DJing. Right. So I may not be a millionaire, but I have my dignity as a DJ.
Bringing up the app, what's crazy is you already have, I mean, that's been going on for years, these promoters, they always trying to half step on the DJ to begin with. You know, they paying everybody at the club, but then they're like, and a lot of it is the DJ's fault, taking $50 in a bottle, and they're already dumbing the DJ down the club. So now they don't even want to have a DJ in the club to pay anything.
Eventually, if DJs don't wise up, that's what's going to happen. It's already starting to happen. You know, there's AI that DJs at different exclusive events, private showcases. I forget, there's this one female AI DJ. I forget the name of the DJ, but there's an AI DJ that gets booked out with your laptop for actual party.
Wow.
And it's AI. It's not a person DJing.
Wow.
It's like some screen. It's like some screen. You know what I'm saying? And you're hearing music and people looking stupid with their phones out, filming the screen.
Yeah.
And shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now in 2025, the world experiences life through this box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that reality is trickling over to art. And with regards to DJing, you have DJs now that buy controllers and they're hitting cue pads, engaging the sync button to perform tasks that in our day took your natural senses, your hands, your eyes, your sense of hearing. right? And taking pride in cultivating this ability to connect with music in a deep way beyond the surface. You know, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't feel like today, because of technology and our phones and AI and all that stuff, as far as DJing is concerned, there are no real creative values that people have. Like, if you ask the average DJ today, what are your creative values? They're going to look at you like, creative values? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they'll be like, yo, all I know is I make people dance. And my thing is, that's cool, right? You may not need to learn how to mix and train for months on how to drop on time and learn about music. You could go online now, do a search for the top 20 viral songs on TikTok, download them to your computer, and then that night you're DJing at a residency and people are dancing on the dance floor. That's fine, right? But my thing is, do you have any tenets that guide you, that guide your creativity? For me, it's about being resourceful, using your God-given gifts to use the gear that you're manning in a creative way. It's about being original or authentic, not copying other DJs. I see a lot of DJs posting videos on social media, and all they do is sound like the guy that they admire or the girl that they look up to. You know, if it's a female DJ or whatever, you know, they move the same way, they play the same songs. There's no originality or authenticity, right? Another tenet that guides me is guardianship, making sure that I'm talking about the art, showcasing the beauty of DJing, projecting it out into the world via Brolic Army DJ School. Then I have tenacity, like practicing, taking pride in daily practice and training and doing my best to make sure that although I may not reach perfection, because no one's perfect, I'm striving towards that. So when I was speaking to you earlier about this interview, I was practicing. You know, like right now, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I was working like on my little Doom set. You know what I'm saying? I was practicing.
Yeah.
The last tenet that I have that guides my creativity is appreciation, being grateful for being here all these years, man. I've been DJing since 1983, you know? And so I'm grateful for the gear that I have. I don't care how old it is, how dated it is. I'm grateful for it because it's paid for my home. The 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment that I talked to you from right now was paid for from using these turntables behind me. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly, man. And that's where the appreciation comes in. So those 5 tenets for me: originality, authenticity, tenacity, appreciation, guardianship, resourcefulness. Those 5 tenets guide what I do. And I wish that DJs today, that's, you know, the new ones, the modern ones that bought a controller like a year ago or bought a controller during the pandemic, it would be nice for them to develop their own creative tenets, their creative values that guide what they do. And if more of us did that, bro, the DJ landscape would be completely different. It would look more like it did in the 90s and the 80s when all these techniques were being birthed.